My sister's fiancé falsely accused me of hitting on him. My sister texted, "Stay away from us." I replied, "Done." Then I withdrew my name as the guarantor for their new house mortgage. Now their loan has been denied. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible true stories. Drop a comment below. What's the most shocking betrayal you've ever witnessed? Share your thoughts with our community. I'm 34, and I've always been the family's go-to person. You know the type, the one who gets the midnight call when someone's car breaks down, the one who helps with the security deposit, the one who co-signs things. It's not a role you ask for, you just fall into it. My sister Emma is 31, the free spirit who lives paycheck to paycheck but somehow always lands on her feet. Her fiancé Derek is everything she's not, methodical, ambitious, and completely obsessed with their image as the perfect couple. Instagram-worthy dinners, matching workout gear, the whole 9 yards. I never really clicked with Derek. He had this way of making everything a competition. When I bought my Honda Civic, he had to get a BMW. When I got promoted to senior marketing manager at my firm, suddenly he was talking about his executive track at the accounting company. But Emma was head over heels, so I kept my opinions to myself. 3 months ago, they found the dream house, a gorgeous colonial in Westfield with a 2-car garage and granite countertops. Problem was, their combined income barely qualified them for a mortgage on a starter home, let alone this place. That's when Emma called me with tears in her voice. "Sarah, we need your help," she said. "The bank wants a co-signer. You're the only one with good enough credit." My stomach dropped. We were talking about a $380,000 mortgage, 30 years of my financial life tied to theirs. I love my sister, but I'm not stupid. I need to think about it, I told her. The first thing I did was hire a lawyer, spent $400 to have Jennifer Martinez review everything. She said the mortgage paperwork was standard, but then she gave me advice that would later save my life. "When you're mixing family with this kind of money, you need a backup plan," she said. "Let me draft a simple side agreement." The document had 2 key provisions. If they defaulted, I could claim their equity for what I'd paid, and, this was Jennifer's specialty, a clause stating that my guarantee was contingent on mutual respect and good faith, and that any defamation would void the agreement. "Seems like overkill," I said. "Trust me," Jennifer replied. "Family money gets messy." Emma and Derek signed it without reading it. "Of course, we're family," Derek said with that perfect smile. 3 weeks later, the loan was approved. They were ecstatic. I should have trusted my gut.
The family barbecue at my parents' house last Saturday started normal enough. Dad was grilling burgers, Mom was fussing over the potato salad, and Derek was holding court about their renovation plans. I was chatting with my cousin Lisa about her new job when Derek approached me by the drink cooler. "Sarah, you've been so quiet today," he said, standing closer than necessary. "Everything okay?" "Just tired from work," I replied, grabbing a Coke and trying to step back. But he moved with me. "You work too hard. You should try to relax more, have some fun." His hand brushed my arm. "Emma's lucky to have such a dedicated sister." Something in his tone made my skin crawl. The way he emphasized, dedicated, the lingering look, it felt wrong. I made an excuse about helping Mom and walked away quickly. I didn't think much of it until Tuesday. My phone exploded with a text from Emma, not just a message, but a full-page rant that made my blood run cold. "I can't believe you would do this to me. Derek told me everything. How you've been making comments about how he deserves someone more successful. How you cornered him at the barbecue and told him I wasn't good enough for him. How you said you could treat him better than I ever could. I trusted you. I brought him into our family and you tried to steal him from me. You're sick, Sarah. Stay away from US." I read it 3 times, my hands shaking. The accusations were so specific, so calculated, and completely fabricated. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was character assassination. I tried calling Emma. Straight to voicemail. I tried again an hour later. Same thing. Then the final text came. "Derek is devastated. We both are. Just stay away from us." I stared at my phone in my empty apartment, and something cold settled in my chest. After 34 years of being the reliable sister, the responsible one, the family problem solver, Derek had found the perfect way to poison that relationship. But he'd made one crucial mistake. He'd forgotten about the contract. I sat in my kitchen for 2 hours, rereading Emma's texts. The Derek I thought I knew, polite, ambitious, maybe a little competitive, had been replaced by someone calculating enough to fabricate an entire scenario. And Emma had believed him instantly, without a single question. The betrayal cut deeper than I'd expected. Not just Derek's lies, but Emma's willingness to accept them. 34 years of being her big sister, and she'd thrown it away on his word. My phone buzzed. A text from my mom. Emma told us what happened. We're disappointed in you, Sarah. Family comes first. They hadn't even asked for my side of the story. A strange calm washed over me. I pulled out my filing cabinet and found the co-signer agreement, the one Derek had signed without reading. Jennifer's overkill clause suddenly looked like a lifeline. I picked up my phone and sent Emma one word, done. Then I called Chase Bank. Hi, this is Sarah Mitchell. I'm the co-signer on a mortgage application for Emma Mitchell and Derek Thompson. Due to an unforeseen personal conflict, I need to formally withdraw my guarantee. The loan officer, Mr. Peterson, was quiet for a long moment. Ms. Mitchell, I have to inform you that this action will almost certainly result in the denial of their mortgage application. Are you sure you want to proceed? I'm aware of the consequences. The withdrawal will be processed within 24 hours. You'll receive confirmation by email. I hung up and blocked both Emma's and Derek's numbers. For the first time in days, I slept soundly. But I knew the real storm was coming.
The silence lasted exactly 72 hours. I was making dinner, spaghetti and meatballs, comfort food, when someone started pounding on my apartment door. Through the peephole, I saw Derek. His usually perfect hair was disheveled, his shirt wrinkled. He looked like he hadn't slept in days. I opened the door and waited. What did you do? His voice cracked. He pushed past me into my living room. The bank called. The loan is denied. They said you pulled out. You destroyed everything. Why? I closed the door slowly. Exactly what you told me to do. I'm staying away. That was personal stuff. He was pacing now, running his hands through his hair. Emma was upset. She overreacted. You don't ruin someone's future over a fight. A fight? I kept my voice level. A fight is when we argue about who's hosting Thanksgiving. This was you fabricating a story to destroy my relationship with my sister. And it worked, she believed you instantly. His phone buzzed. Emma's name lit up the screen, and I could hear her frantic voice from across the room. Is she fixing it? Tell her she has to call them back. Make her fix it. Derek's face hardened. The desperate brother-in-law was gone, replaced by something colder. He hung up. You have to call the bank, he said, his voice low and demanding. Tell them it was a mistake. An emotional reaction. Fix this. No. The word hung in the air between us. What do you mean, no? He sputtered, his voice rising. You can't just. I mean no. The decision is final. I'm not a light switch, Derek. You can't turn me on and off whenever you need something. You don't get to destroy my reputation and my family relationships, then expect me to still bankroll your dream house. For just a second, I saw panic in his eyes. Real fear. Then it was gone, replaced by something ugly. So you're really going to destroy our future out of spite. Your future became my nightmare when you decided to lie about me. You lit the match, Derek. I'm just walking away from the fire. He left without another word. But I knew this wasn't over. The call from my mother came the next morning, right on schedule. Sarah, honey, what's going on? Emma is beside herself. Derek says you're refusing to help them get their house. I've been dreading this conversation. Mom, did Emma tell you why I withdrew my guarantee? She said you two had some kind of argument, but she said I tried to steal her fiancé. Silence. That's ridiculous, honey. You would never. But that's what she believes. That's what Derek told her, and she didn't question it for a second. So I'm giving them exactly what they asked for, distance. Families work through things, Sarah. You can't just. Mom, I've been the family problem solver for 15 years. I've co-signed car loans, covered rent, helped with emergencies. But the moment Derek decides I'm a threat, Emma throws away 3 decades of sisterhood. That's not a family problem. That's a choice. My mother was quiet for a long time. The house means everything to them. It meant everything to me too. That's why I was willing to risk my financial future for it. Until they decided I was the enemy. What I didn't anticipate was how far Derek would go to get his house back. The character assassination campaign started slowly. Mutual friends began asking my boyfriend James weird questions. Was I okay? Had I been acting strange? Derek was spinning a story about my growing instability and unhealthy obsession with their relationship. Then Emma joined in. Suddenly, family friends were hearing about my jealousy and erratic behavior. In their version, I was the bitter older sister who couldn't stand to see Emma happy. James came home from drinks with college friends looking confused and hurt. Sarah, Mike asked me if you were getting professional help. What the hell is going on? The rumors were spreading faster than I could contain them. Derek wasn't just trying to get his house back, he was trying to destroy my reputation to justify his lies. But he'd forgotten something important. I had documentation. The certified letter from Morrison Associates law firm arrived on a Thursday. My hands shook as I opened it. The letter was aggressive, demanding I immediately reinstate my mortgage guarantee. It claimed my malicious and abrupt withdrawal constituted tortious interference with their building contract. If I didn't comply within 10 days, they would pursue legal action for their lost deposit and significant emotional damages. For 24 hours, I was in full panic mode. They were actually threatening to sue me. My clean, decisive action was about to become a legal nightmare. I sat in my Honda in the law firm's parking lot, reading the letter for the 10th time, and I felt completely exhausted. The anger was gone, replaced by bone-deep sadness. Part of me just wanted to call the bank, give in, make the noise stop. James found me like that when he got home from work. He read the letter twice, then looked at me with something like amazement. "They're bluffing," he said. "They have to be. You can't slander someone and then sue them for not giving you money." Did they tell their lawyer the whole story? His question cleared my head. Of course they hadn't. I went to my files and pulled out the notarized co-signer agreement, the one with Jennifer's mutual respect and good faith clause. I took screenshots of Emma's text messages, the ones calling me sick and telling me to stay away. I circled the dates and timestamps. But I didn't send them to Derek's lawyer. That would be playing the game on their turf. Instead, I compiled everything into a single PDF and sent it to my parents. The subject line was simple, the full story. The email was short. "Mom and Dad, you've been asking why I did this." The attached documents tell the complete story. Derek and Emma both signed a legal agreement that included a good faith clause. Emma's text messages, also attached, show a clear violation of that clause. Derek broke our agreement before I ever called the bank. I didn't do this out of spite. I did it to protect myself from people who were willing to destroy my reputation to get what they wanted. "I'm sorry you're caught in the middle of this." I hit send and waited. The response came faster than I expected. My father called 48 hours later. His voice wasn't angry anymore, it was just tired. "I got your email," he said. "Your mother and I read everything. We didn't know about the legal document. Why didn't Derek mention he'd signed something like that?" "Because it proves he was in the wrong, Dad. And because he probably forgot about it the moment he signed it." My father sighed heavily. "He's coming over tonight. We're going to have a conversation." That conversation, as it turned out, was the end of Derek's lies. Confronted with his own signature on a document he'd ignored and text messages he couldn't deny, his story fell apart completely. According to my mother, he admitted everything. I'd never done anything inappropriate. The whole accusation was his idea. He felt I was too controlling with my financial advice and wanted to create some distance. He thought there would be a fight, some drama, and then things would settle down with clearer boundaries. He never imagined I would actually pull the mortgage guarantee. He said he panicked when you withdrew, Mom told me. That's when he started the smear campaign. He thought if he made you look unstable, you'd reinstate the guarantee to protect your reputation. It was breathtakingly manipulative and stunningly stupid all at once. The legal threats evaporated immediately. Derek and Emma had officially lost the house and their $15,000 deposit. From what I hear through family channels, it's a toxic mess of blame and resentment. They're stuck in Emma's studio apartment, the dream dead, their relationship poisoned by lies and desperation. But there are no winners here. Emma and I haven't spoken since this started. I see her occasionally at family gatherings. She looks hollow, aged. She knows the truth now, but the damage is done. Some things, once broken, can't be repaired. The ripple effects hit other people too. Some cousins, some family friends, they're still Team Emma, convinced I overreacted. Holiday gatherings are tense, careful affairs. James has had to deal with awkward questions and cut some people out of his life. Last week, a text came from Emma's number. "I know it's not enough, but I'm sorry for everything." I stared at the message for a long time. I typed out a reply, then deleted it. Did that 4 more times. In the end, I just put the phone down. Some contracts, once they're breached, can't be fixed. That's the most logical and the most painful truth of all. I did the right thing. I protected myself from people who were willing to destroy me to get what they wanted. But it cost me my sister, fractured my family, and left scars that will never fully heal. The house Derek wanted so badly. It's still on the market. I drive by it sometimes. It's beautiful, everything they dreamed of. It's also empty, just like the space where my sister used to be.